Hey guys, and welcome back to Posh Cockney TV. I'm delighted to be joined by an old friend of mine, Marc Jacques Burton from MJB. Marc, it's been a long time.
It has, but we're here, we're back. We made it through the pandemic, we're still around, so no, it's good to reconnect.
You're looking fantastic. Appreciate
that, thank you very much. And no, really love what you're doing with the YouTube, the podcast. It's great to see, you know. I enjoy seeing my mates, progress and evolve and pivot. So no, it's all about adapting, isn't it? Moving forward. So
100%. So we've known each other for nearly 15 years.
Yeah.
Wow, what a journey.
It's been amazing. Yeah, we were like little kids running around London, having the time of our lives. And yeah, we've changed, evolved. We've got responsibilities now. But I think, life's amazing. You know, so I'm enjoying it and just the evolution and the change.
So I know your journey, but people that are watching the show right now won't. So tell us the transition of you was in Clubland and now
Yeah. So, I mean, I grew up, I had a basic love of people. And very early on, I realized I just love people. I love learning from people, and I love just meeting different people from all over the place. And I realized that clubs was that amazing, you know, environment where you got people from all different walks of life. And, you know, because we lived in London, there were people from all over the world in these clubs, like visiting, out town, traveling, business. So it's just a magical environment. And I just kind of, you get swallowed up, you go once, and then, I realized I could kind of make a living from doing it. So I've always believed that you should be doing something that you enjoy and, you know, you can kind of grow and learn from. So I just kind of got on with it and just got swallowed up by the industry.
So how did MJB start?
I think that growing up in nightlife, you see so many different people. And I think in nightlife, people express themselves a lot. And, you know, we were, you know, there's this visual palette of different personalities in there that are like, and a lot of them are fearless, you know, they're really there to express themselves and take risks. And also, you know, there are a lot of musicians, a lot of artists in those environments. So we were at kind of the cutting edge of seeing what people were wearing. And I think it got to a point where I wanted to express myself in a unique way. So I started to just make items myself. And the journey kind of started there. So it wasn't a conscious decision to become a fashion designer. It just evolved naturally and organically, where I started experimenting with my personal image, creating, you know, unique pieces for myself. And then word of mouth kind of organically spread and people asked about the pieces, and I made some for a few friends. And then very early on, the music world embraced me. So they wore it in like videos, they wore it going out. So it kind of just naturally grew. And I think that those early people that wanted it, especially from the music world, it kind of gave me the confidence to do more. And you're like, oh wow, actually it's not just me that likes this, you know, it's other people. And I always, I've always just loved the music world. I've respected musicians so much and love what they've created. And, you know, nightlife, such a huge part of it is the music, the culture, you know, what we all would dance to, hang out to. So, it's very kind of interlaced, the worlds.
So we just had Fashion Week. We spoke off camera about what's happened there. I mean, you obviously went virtual. How was that?
So that was a huge change. So we've done 7 Fashion Weeks as a brand at MJB. We've always shown in Paris Fashion Week because that's simply where there's the most buyers from all over the world, all the international buyers. So we've always shown traditionally there. We are a London-based brand. We're super proud to be London. That's within the DNA of all of our pieces. And traditionally we'd create a collection, show it in Paris, have appointments with all the buyers. So this time, you know, we missed that energy because it is super exciting creating the collection and you work on it for months. We get everything produced in Italy. So normally you're developing it in Italy, and then it comes together, and then you're presenting it to the world. You have buyers from all over the world, from like America, Japan, China, Italy, Spain. So it's normally a really exciting period. And it's quite an emotional experience because you create this body of work and then you basically throw it out to the world. And bottom line, the fashion world is very business orientated. You see the creative side, but you're getting judged then and there on the moment, and you see the results of what people think through the orders that they place. So it's definitely, you're definitely putting yourself out on the line. You're on the kind of playing field. So normally there's a lot of emotions around it. Now this time we didn't have that. No one was traveling to France, so we showed it virtually. So that was very different, and it just forced you to think in a different way, to pivot, to evolve. And I enjoyed the experience. Like, we ended up finding some amazing 3D graphic designers, and they made us a virtual collection. And we gave the possibility to the buyers to be able to rotate, spin, zoom in on the pieces. So we did something, I think we adapted, well, and we got really, really encouraging results from that fashion week. So, I'm really proud of the team and what we did and adapting. And it was a great success in the end.
I love seeing on Instagram the amount of collaborations you do at the moment, especially in the music industry. You touched on that. How big is that, and how important is that for you in your business?
I mean, I love collaborations. It comes back to that root of why I loved nightclubs when I first started out. It's just, I love learning from other people. So when I collaborate with someone, I get to know them. I get to know about what they're interested in, their views on the world, and that opens my mind up to another way of thinking. And then from that, I then research, and I explore other avenues that I may not have thought of. And I try and look at the world through the eyes of the person or the brand that I'm collaborating with. So for me, as an exercise, as like a designer, a creative, it really opens my mind up, which I think is wonderful. And it then forces me to go in new directions and to grow as, as a person and as a designer. So I absolutely love it. And, it's a bit like when two musicians come together. I love seeing it when different artists from around the world, different cultures come together and they make amazing music. So that's where I was kind of inspired from. I saw it in the music world, great musicians collaborating. And there's been amazing people in the fashion industry that kind of were at the forefront. Kim Jones, the British designer, he's now at Dior Men's and Fendi Women's. He's a great example. He was at Louis Vuitton, but he really got famous and started his career at Umbro. And he started off, a London guy, and now, he was the one that did the biggest probably collaboration of all time when he did Supreme and Louis Vuitton, when he was the creative director. So I've been really inspired by people like him, also Virgil Abloh from Off-White and Louis Vuitton. He did so many collaborations, so it really excited me. And also, I'm a consumer as well, and I think it's great when two brands collaborate. It's limited edition. It's kind of becomes almost like a collector's item. So for all those reasons, I really love collaborations. So it's become a really huge part of our brand and our business, and I love it, and it's just growing and growing. So no, it's super positive.
Is there any Posh Cockney exclusive that you can tell us who's a future collaboration?
Yeah, so we're super busy right now working on a really exciting collaboration. So it's going to center around the new video game launches. So in November, you've got a huge moment in the video gaming world. So you've got the new PlayStation 5 and Xbox are releasing.
Yeah.
So that hasn't happened for a couple of years. They're releasing on the same date, mid-November. So a lot of new amazing games are coming out. And we've seen the popularity of video games rise in recent years. And it's just unbelievable, the growth in them and just the involvement of different people in them. So I've got a long-standing relationship with Mortal Kombat that runs back from me being a kid, loving to play the video game. And it's almost like a dream come true that I've got to collaborate with them. So we've done collaborations with them before. So we're now doing a new collaboration for their new video game for the PS5 and Xbox. And we're centering it in Selfridges. So I'm a London kid, Selfridges, one of the most famous London stores. And so we're building a pop-up within Selfridges, and the concept is that we're gonna take people back, and it's gonna be kind of a real experience. So when you go into the pop-up, it'll be a bit like walking into a 90s arcade. So there'll be arcade machines, and some of the displays housing the clothes will look like arcade machines. Amazing. And there's retro arcade tables, and we've taken the glass out, and there'll be items for sale there. So we're doing that right now. So that's super cool.
Fantastic.
So that's kind of, we're creating a little world. We've done really exciting products as well, and this time we've done different products, and we've done a set of items almost like pickup items where, you know, we've done really cool like notebooks, we've made a Jenga set, Mortal Kombat, so we've done all these sets, and as much as possible we've upcycled materials, we've found recycled materials, so we're very aware of, you know, the whole movement towards trying to be as green as possible and eco as possible. So, you know, we're not perfect as a brand, and, you know, we're a long way from it, but, you know, I'm aware that we're moving in the right direction, and I think this pop-up will be the best example of how we're moving forward as a brand. And I think collectively as an industry, you know, Selfridges and the fashion world, that they've really become aware of the importance of just looking after the environment. So that's a positive change. So I'm super excited about that. So that's the next big collaboration that we're working on.
Sounds amazing. Tell me, how do you define success as a business owner these days?
That's a really good question. How do I define success? I think that what I've seen over the years is you can get very, very wrapped up in your business, and you can become obsessed by it. You know, I've had other businesses in the past, and to get to a certain level, you do need that obsession and that commitment. But I've also realized that you need to have a balance, and there's an element of like mindfulness where you appreciate everything that you have already. You appreciate the simplicity, you appreciate going for a walk, you appreciate just, you know, walking in nature. Because I think sometimes, you know, in the past, I've looked at a business and I've always been, right, how can we grow more? How can we win more? And I've almost seen it as almost like a battle. You know, it's like, who am I competing against? Like, how can I be better than that person? And now I've changed my approach. It's like, you know, I work in an amazing industry. It's like, how can I uplift other designers, younger designers? How can I support other designers? How can we all win together? How can we like make it better for the environment? You know, so I think now there's a bigger picture. How can I have balance in my life? So I'm loving my work, but I also have a life, and I can appreciate what I have. And so for me, yeah, I would say success is that balance, and like, how can we uplift others as well? So that's kind of, you know, success for me now.
Amazing. And where do you think we'll see MJB in the next 5 years?
So, you know, MJB is evolving all the time. We're moving forward. You know, we're really fortunate. We're sold all over the world right now. So I'd like to continue to kind of see that growth throughout the world. You know, we work with a great array of different musicians. So I'd like to continue to work with more and more musicians. As I said, I learn and I grow so much in that. And then I think you'll see just more and more collaborations start to evolve. And I've just got more and more concepts for pop-ups. And I really want to start creating these kind of immersive concepts where when we do a collaboration, it's not just about the product, but it's about creating some emotions and memories for people, creating an immersive environment. So I see that, and then there's a lot I just don't know. And I think that's part of the excitement of having a brand. And, you know, 10 years ago, I never thought I'd be doing what I'm doing. So I'm just very open. You know, when I started the brand, I didn't expect to be doing all these different collaborations. I didn't expect to work with the array of incredible music artists that I do. So it's evolved. So, you know, I think there's the unknown, which you just have to be open to, and then just let it evolve.
Well, you're obviously a creative genius. I love tracking your success. I wish you all the best for the future. Thank you so much for coming on Posh Cockney TV.
I appreciate it.
Let's do some more stuff in the future.
Definitely.
And best of luck.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thanks,
Cheers,
Liam. Appreciate it.